All right, hello everybody. I'm B from Our Dream Our Purpose. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a melt. I'm not going to do a tear down though, I'm going to do a melt. I'm going to melt some aluminum you see in the propane forge over here. I got the electric, going to do some copper. And what I'm trying to do is I realize when I do projects, a lot of my melts, a lot of my pours are larger amounts. So it's not a big deal. But when I went to do some smaller ones, I didn't have a lot of little pieces or whatnot. So I've seen to where they actually will melt different metal, copper, aluminum, whatever, and they pour it into water. When they pour it into water, it creates a little pebbles, little droplets type thing. I'm going to try to make a bunch of those droplets so I can use those for smaller pours whenever I want to. Just store them in little jars and go from there. So what you're going to see is I'm going to have this furnace going, the electric one going. I got some copper pipes that I've smashed up thinner. I'll put those in there and get that going. And I've actually got a crucible, small crucible in there. I've already got some aluminum in it. Might add a little to it, but not going to do a lot. I'm going to see how it does. So I'll get these going, then I'll get a 5-gallon bucket out here. Not going to need a lot of tools on this one. Just get a 5-gallon bucket out here full of water. I think when it drips in, by the time it gets to the bottom, it's going to be cool. To where it'll be cool enough to where it won't hurt the bucket, but I need to make sure it's cool enough to where if it's still warm when it hits each other and stacks up, then it creates a blob, not the little pieces. So let's get to it. Let's see how it does, all right? Let me get everything started.
As you guys have seen before, I'm just setting this up. I have the copper and the electric one, and setting up the propane furnace as well. Going to do the aluminum in that one. Aluminum's going to melt at a lower temperature, so that'll actually get done first. So it'll time out, it'll work real well, and I'm not doing as much copper, so the smaller electric one works for that. So we'll just get them both going, get them both melted, and get ready to do the pour. So here I'm just trying to clean up. When I put the crucible away, I didn't clean everything out of it, so they had some aluminum up around the edges, so I'm just trying to make sure everything's cleaned off the sides, melts all evenly, and then I'll clean it up. Also put some little extra scrap aluminum that I had over pours, just miscellaneous I had broken up, putting in here, trying to get just clean up some stuff, convert it into smaller so we can utilize it differently.
Well, this is thin, pretty good. I just put some extra in there. I'm gonna let that melt a little bit. Clean the top off. I want it as pure as can be, and then it'll be ready to go. Get it started. Let's check on the copper. Alright, we'll put that in, warm just a little bit. Next you'll see, I'll be pouring that into the water.
So I realize you don't get as great of a view here of what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to pour the bucket, emptying all the water out. And I got a little strainer there that I'm catching all the copper in it. Again, not a great view as the bucket blocks the view picture, but that's what I'm doing here, just trying to get everything out of the bucket and separate it and clean it up.
All right, simple little process, and I think we got the results we wanted for the most part. Now, when we did the aluminum first. You seen it pour. It poured in bigger amounts, so you actually got bigger clumps that went together. Some of these you got bigger. Like I said, when it's hot, it was sticking together, but some of these were coming apart, so I anticipate more. Here's a big clump. Some of those will actually break off into the smaller ones. What we're looking for is smaller amounts, but even like this won't hurt. And really what it's all about is if we do a smaller pour, I can just grab a few of these. I don't have to grab a big piece of aluminum, a big bar or something like that. So that's what we're really going for with that. The same with the copper. Now the copper did a lot finer. This is what I thought we'd get out of the aluminum as well. But this is perfect. Exactly what I want. I want to do a small little pour. I can just scoop some out and go from there. One thing I did realize, so I used the same water bucket. I did the aluminum first, and then I did the copper afterwards. So whenever I drained the bucket out, there is some aluminum in here, so I'll have to go through it. Watch out, the table's moving. So I'll go through it and pick some of that out to make sure I don't want to mix it in with the pour itself. But what I wanted, hope it works out. It's going to work for what I need. If you want to give it a try, give it a try. No major issues. I was surprised the water. I used the plastic bucket. You can see some got warm at the bottom and actually molded into it. For the copper, because I knew it was hotter, I actually put a fire brick in the bottom and tried to get most of it to fall on there. I didn't get all of it, but tried to get most of it. So our dream, our purpose, always trying something different, seeing how it goes, trying to learn. Hope you guys enjoy. Keep watching the video, comment. Loving the comments, it's helping me grow, helping me learn. So I try to respond, but if I don't, I'm still thinking about it, and I will get to it. So thanks a lot. Our Dream, Our Purpose. Watch, subscribe. All right.